Now let's turn our attention to China, where zoogoers have been left outraged because the pandas they were obsessing over were actually painted dogs. Some zoo visitors realized this when the so-called pandas started barking and panting. And China being China, did you know how the zoo responded? They said the animals are a special breed of panda dogs. Obviously, there's no such thing. So finally, the zoo admitted to dyeing furry dogs and giving them black patches to resemble pandas. Now, the poorly orchestrated lie may surprise you, but this is not the first time a Chinese zoo has come under fire for parading dogs as pandas. Here's a report.
Not everything is black and white, but the appearance of a panda, that's as black and white as it can get, quite literally. But apparently not in a Chinese zoo. Noticed anything odd? It's obvious those animals are not pandas, which is why a zoo in China's Shanwei city in the Guangdong province is dealing with pandemonium, pardon the pun. Zoogoers are outraged. They were cooing over the so-called pandas when they made the discovery that we did. They saw that the apparent pandas were panting, yawning, and barking. For barking out loud, if that's not a tell. It wasn't long before people figured out that this could only mean one of two things. Either they had just discovered a barking panda and they were going to be rich, or the pandas were actually painted dogs. Alas, it was the second bit. The zoo was running a scam by not so subtly disguising the dogs. Though when the zoo was accused of this, at first they did not own up to the lie. They claimed that the animals were a breed of panda dogs. That's quite the gaslighting skill. But then again, this is a Chinese zoo, so it's expected. Though eventually, when the outrage grew, the zoo coughed up the truth. They came clean and admitted that they dyed Chow Chows. That's a breed of furry Spitz that's popular in northern China. Now, the visitors are demanding their money back. Only time will tell if that happens, because by the looks of it, fake panda dogs are the new normal in China. As bizarre as it is, it's not a first for China. In May, a similar case emerged in the Jiangsu province when a group of fake pandas were discovered. Again, zoo officials dyed the faces of Chow Chows. The usual, a few dabs on the limbs, blackened ears, and black patches around the eyes, kind of like dark circles that would put late-stage capitalism to shame. Once the deed was done, the zoo put the dogs on display. After the case blew up, they were asked why. Why did they do this? Why did they cheat the public? A zoo representative said that they had no panda bears at the zoo, and they are a crowd puller, so the zoo couldn't find a solution other than duping the visitors. This is what happens when you take marketing too far. But then again, no one does counterfeits like China.